Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another Marine ECM test. This is actually a computer that was here less than 2 weeks ago, cleaned in Tennessee. This is your computer. I promise just send it over because they have problems. It said it run and then it died and didn't want to start no more. I'm like, and he said that his mechanic said his injectors are not working. So I'm like, okay, let me double check. I mean, components can fail, but let me just check that. So he sent the computer back and I have everything connected here. We're now real injectors. I usually use a load test box to prove that everything is working fine. And I'm going to prove this time also with real injectors that is actually a good load and everything is working good. So I'm going to take you over to the screen first. Well, let me show you connections. I got finally the entire setup with my heater from JBC. This has some arms that I can use when I'm soldering. They can swing and I can rest my arm. So when I'm working in a hot, because this is a preheater, infrared preheater, everything's going to be working really good. So I'm going to give you a better service from now on, and also for myself, not burn myself, right? All right, so let me take you over here. So again, this computer was here and was deemed as not repairable. Clint Hinckley in Tennessee. Deemed as not repairable, so I'm going to just hopefully this information doesn't show anything. Yes, this is Clint. I spoke with you. I have requested that my MEFI is sent to Bob, ship it back, Virgin, whatever data. No, that one doesn't say anything about the boat using the server and run for like 10 minutes and then Winter put it away, thinking I got like the deal with first trip this summer. It was idle and funny. Then a few minutes later, the warning buzz came on and wouldn't go off. After messing with the throttle, it finally stopped the loud alarm and then run. We then ran the boat fine for at least an hour or so at high. Let me go back to where it was at high speed and idle while fishing. We parked for lunch, and when we let it went, and I went filled throttle for 10 seconds and it died like a stall, no fuel. Then after that, it will not start, similar to floated engine, crank it but not turning over. So this was his concerns. And if we watch the video, which I'm going to put in the description of this one, I'm going to put the first part. I proved that yes, both bank of injectors were damaged. So yes, the boat couldn't run. So I'm going to now connect, and let me just show you. So he can see this is the marking that he has. His computer, the unique numbers are these ones here on the bottom. So after the letter 8, 11, 45, 0090. Those are very unique to his boat. And yeah, I think I can probably show this. So yeah, no, not too much in there. Yeah, let me just go back to now here. I'm going to flip this around so he can see the markings and everything on the computer. And again, 11450090, that is exactly the same computer. All right, so there is no doubt on that. I'm going to put the picoscope in the diagram to read faults and also to see the injector activations. Again, these are the real injectors, nothing. This is a batch firing computer, so it has only 2 drivers that will fire 4 injectors, so 4 injectors per bank. All right, let me go over to diagram. I'm going to start from 0, and then I'm going to connect MEFI 1 and 4, so we can see and he can see that we have good communication, and then connect. I can immediately see that we had 9 fault codes. It says throttle actuator, TAC malfunction, TAC PPS2, PPS1, no TAC reply, serial communication fault, limited authority, no tracking, and then ESC fault, and that is common when the TAC is not connected. But for what is happening in here, Clint, I think you have problems with the throttle actuator module or the throttle body, right? So this could be wiring, could be the throttle actuator, or the throttle actuator module, right? If the throttle has also a sensor they call TCP sensor, is also part of that equation. But let's run this. So yeah, everything is ready. So let me put the RPMs. And we have injectors immediately. So they're working without a problem. Yeah, you can see the RPMs. Let me bring those data up so they're not in the scanner. Come on. In the scanner. Not in the scanner, in the oscilloscope view. So, but yeah, these are real injectors. The only difference that we will have from when you connect a real injector, or in this case, my load box, is the amplitude of the waveform, and the signature is going to be very different. But for the rest, it's working 100%. So we can see nice and steady, nice and clean injecting signals. So Clint, the problem you have is definitely in the boat. I would recommend you to check the throw actuator. But your injector drivers, the repair that I did, and the computer itself is working properly. So no problems at all in that. We can see how those both drivers are pulling up to 95 volts. That is the higher part of that signal. And look at the bottom part, which is the minimum, is in the negative number. So it's actually pulling all the way to ground with no issues. And it's a nice and clean, steady RPM. So this boat should run, should idle with no issues, and it should start. The only issue you have, if it's the throw actuator is bad, it definitely will not run. All right, guys. So this is a short video that I'm doing for this customer because I'm trying to help him out. This is no charge to the customer. All I'm trying to do is get out of the equation that the computer might have failed again, and that is not the case. And again, it didn't fail. I have only repaired this computer one time, and it's working 100% properly. All right, Clint, so I'm going to send this tomorrow morning to you, and keep trying with the boat. All right, guys, thank you so much for visiting the channel. If you're here and you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. That helps my small business a lot. Every time you subscribe, YouTube promotes my videos more and more, and that's how you find me. So thank you so much if you do so. If you have any computers, automotive or marine instrument cluster, I'm going to put the name of my website in the title of this video so you can copy and paste it. It's actually the same name as my YouTube channel, so you can add the .com, and then you will find me in my website. You have all my information, email, telephone. There is actually a white box, big box that says click here to fill this form. If you open that form, it's a Word document. You have all my contact information, all the warranty policies, payment, how is the payments are going to be proceed, everything is in there. So if you have any questions, please email me or call me, and then I will definitely be looking forward to help you. All right, guys, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.